A tube map is one of the most iconic maps in the world, and yet it has issues. Now, obviously, it's actually probably one of the most famous maps in the world. If you were to put this map in front of somebody and not tell them what it was and remove all the labelling, they probably tell you it's the tube map. You know, the colours and everything. It's one of the most recognisable maps in the world. Now, a few weeks ago, TfL announced that they are changing the overground lines, and this makes it so much better on the map. You can now see where individual lines going, and for example, where you had overlapping lines, most was the worst section was the Liverpool Street to Enfield, Cheshunt and Chingford lines. That basically had a load of issues because obviously it overlaps the Gospel Oak to Barking line, and also the Richmond / Clapham to Stratford line. Obviously this makes it so much clearer to see as well, and they've obviously got some lines, you know, highlighting previous pits in history, some of which you probably I didn't know all about this. I will admit I'm not from London, so but yes, I did live there once. But basically, Beck's design, you know, you can argue it's becoming more and more crowded. Don't get me started on that tube and rail line one that's being produced, because that is horrendous. That's worse than this. That is horrific. You know, we've seen Thameslink get added as well, which arguably they shouldn't have really chosen red for that colour, because, you know, if you're looking at a distance, it kind of blurs into that, you know, into the Thameslink purple colour, whatever you want to call that colour. But yeah, other than that, obviously, you know, we'll probably see Crossrail 2 being added. We've already got Crossrail 1 with their expansions, obviously. Maybe HS2 as well will get added to the tube map once that is if it ever actually gets delivered, as well, along with Old Oak Common Station and the 2 new Overground line stations as well that are going in on the Richmond and Clapham to Stratford line as well. But yes, obviously we have to reflect on decisions made in the past. Beck's map wasn't perfect, you know. Obviously Bayswater and Queensway has always been an issue because they're across the road from each other, you know, and yet you look on the tube map and they are it makes them feel quite a bit away from each other. But this is not the most annoying thing about the tube map. The most annoying thing and the most disrepresentative thing on the tube map is Watford and Watford Junction, because my goodness, is there a gap. Now, a few years ago, there was plans to extend the Metropolitan line to Watford Junction. Now, obviously, as when I first saw this, when the Overground lines got announced back in 2008, I want to say, or somewhere like that, basically, I used to think that Watford and Watford Junction were miles apart, and that is simply not the case. And it gets better, because the Bakerloo line, which now terminates at Harold and Wealdstone, used to travel to Watford Junction. And I'm going to show you now, ladies and gentlemen, an old tube map from back then, when the Bakerloo line ran to Watford Junction. There was a bend in that line, which obviously showed Watford and Watford Junction a lot closer together, a lot more realistic. Now, obviously, we didn't have zoning back then, and but you know, you can, if we pan back to the map that's going to be released in this autumn, there's a whopping great gap there that they could have done something with. Yeah, it's really, I don't want to say this, but is it time that we know this design is changed, you know, pings be re-added, you know, that line readjusted to match. Maybe Bayswater and Queensway finally brought closer together. There, you know, there are hundreds of anomalies, and yes, it's never going to be perfect with the tube map. You know, again, it is a representation, and again, no map is ever perfect, 100% perfect, as well. But is it time we could be doing better with the tube map? This is obviously where fans have tried to create their own, you know, and there's obviously people who've gone with the circular layouts and other stuff over the years. I kind of think that I'd prefer to see a revised design of Beck's map, you know, keeping the historical in fact by making subtle changes that will reflect the expansion that is to come as well. I think the other one is Barkings, Riverside and Beckton. They are a lot closer together as well on the map than the tube map actually gives, as well. And again, it could be that longer connections as well be added. You know, obviously they've just announced that new circular bus thing as well in London, so the tube map will have to evolve at some point. Who knows what changes are going to happen next? You know, obviously there's proposed stuff coming out left, right and centre, you know, with more trams as well, because obviously trams from Wimbledon down to Sutton, trying to fit more and more onto an ever crowded tube map. It almost thinks that, you know, this design, Beck's design, needs finally a major revision. But yes, if you've used the tube map in London, let me know what you find is the most frustrating thing about it. If you found any little oddities that, you know, in real life, this isn't actually it, as well, then let me know in the comments below. If you are new around here, then please do get subscribed for some more mapping related videos as and when they come out in the soon. Don't forget to check out my main YouTube channel as well for weekly F1 gaming content as well, if you're interested in that as well. And also, if you've got a suggestion of a map that you want me to talk about next, then also let me know in the comments below. But yes, and that is my analysis, that is my little rant about the tube map. You know, Watford and Watford Junction, really, they should be a lot closer, and the fact of the matter is the original design had them closer, but yet somebody, when they added the Overground line, decided not to follow that, and they really need to rectify that ASAP. But yes, I've ranted on long enough. I hope you have enjoyed. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.